Hello everyone, welcome back to my podcast. I am Ian McCormack. I felt like I was on fire. I could feel the poison going through my bloodstream and it punched at something under my arm. A lymph gland was being hit. It was becoming increasingly difficult for me to breathe into my right lung. My right lung was being constructed by my wetsuit. So I undid my wetsuit with my left arm, peeled it off and put on my trousers while I could still move. My mouth was dry, and I sat there dripping with perspiration. I could feel the poison moving. I could feel a sharp pain in my back, as if someone had hit me in the kidneys. I was trying not to move, trying not to panic. We were only halfway to shore, and the poison was already pulsating and moving through my blood system. I didn't know or care what direction my blood went in until that night. But at that moment, I became really interested in which way my blood circulated. The poison was now numbing out the whole of my right leg, and I had enough common sense to know that if it got down that leg and back up to my heart or my brain, then I was in serious trouble. As I was coming to shore, my vision was blurring. I was finding it difficult to focus. We reached the shore, and I stood up to get out of the boat, and my right leg crumbled underneath me. I fell right onto the crayfish at the bottom of the boat. The young boy stood back a bit shocked, and then he motioned for me to put my arm around him. I threw my arm around his neck and just held on. He dragged me out of the boat and then up the beach on the coral sand. He got me up onto the main road. It was about midnight. The place was desolate. No cars, nothing. I was holding on to the young boy, wondering how on earth I was going to get from there to the hospital at such a late time of the night. I was so weak in my right leg that I sat down on the tarmac. The young boy tried to help me, but in the end, he started pointing to the ocean again, saying, "My brothers, I need to get them." I said, "No, stay here and help me." I knew the others could safely swim in from the reef because the jellyfish were on the outside of the reef. But he took off, and I was left alone on the side of the road in the middle of the night. Hope drained from me, and I lay down to rest. Thanks for listening today. Please stay with me as I take you through that journey, one that's shaped my life and purpose ever since. See you tomorrow for Chapter 3.